Well, wubba lubba dub dub motherfuckers. What is going on? It is I, everyone's favorite jack of all trades with foul mouth, Commodore Urban, and we are continuing with the celebration of the Titanic 109th anniversary, everyone. This is a pretty big one. And so, continuing with the series of hopefully entertaining and educational videos I'm fucking doing. But before I begin what I do with that, I just want to say thank you for everyone for fucking watching my videos, and if you subscribe to my channel, thank you so much for subscribing, becoming a member of the Commodore crew. And if you haven't done it, why the hell not? Hit that fucking subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell, become a member of the Commodore crew. It's that easy. Never miss a video of mine ever again. Anyway, I want to show you guys my entire collection of Titanic books. Yes, you heard me right. The Commodore is going to show you every single fucking book that I own on the Titanic. And there's a lot of them. Let me give you a scope. Okay, let's take a look. You can just see. There's some there, there's some there, there's some down there, so they're there. And that big old freaking tower go up to there. Like I said, we got a lot of ground to cover. So let's go ahead and let's just get started. First book I got, Finding the Titanic by Dr. Ballard. I just picked this one up today from, of all places, Goodwill. 50 cents. It's a children's book from 1993. I'll probably read this. I might do a video. If you guys want to hear me read this book, let me know. I might do it. And of course, the second book I'm going to show you guys, I've already showed you guys in a previous video, The Maiden Voyage by Jeffrey Marcus. Another classic. And then I have Her Name, Titanic, by Charles Pellegrino. This is his first book on the subject. And I'm thinking there's probably over 60 plus fucking books here, so I'm going to try to run down really fucking fast with all these books. And of course, Titanic, Triumph and Tragedy by John P. Eaton and Charles A. Haas. This is going to be a good one. Alright. Now, I've got some Walter Lord books. Okay, Walter Lord, the man who wrote The Night to Remember. Well, I got 4 different copies of it. I have the original. I have the original first edition from 1955. And then I forget what year this one was published. I'll have to read it. This is the 1971 book of the book club special edition. This one is the 1997 Pocket Book Edition. And this one is the Centennial Edition of the Titanic Disaster that's been republished. So, those are the 4 versions of that book I got. And I also have the first edition of his other Titanic book, A Night Lives On. Amazing fucking book. And of course I have I Survived, The Sinking of the Titanic. This is by Lauren Tarshies. Pretty good book. And I've got this one, Titanic, by Anna Claiborne and Katie Dayens. This is an Osborne Young Reader book. Down with the Old Canoe, A Cultural History of the Titanic Disaster by Stephen Beale. The Titanic, End of a Dream by Win Craig Wade. This is an earlier edition from what I've read. This is an earlier version of that book. The 1990, I believe it's 1990. 1995. The 1995 edition of Discovery of the Titanic by Dr. Ballard. A later edition of Titanic, End of a Dream by Win Craig Wade, which we did a book review on this. Titanic First Accounts. Like I said, I got a lot of fucking Titanic books, so the story of the Titanic is told by survivors, and this includes the books. I'll tell you all the books it includes. It includes several books. It includes The Loss of the SS Titanic by Lawrence Beasley, The Truth About the Titanic by Colonel Archibald Gracie. It has this segment from Titanic and Other Ships by Commander Lightoller, and it's got the complete New York Times story by Harold Wright. 101 Things You Thought You Knew About the Titanic but Didn't by Tim Moulton with Eloise Eston. The Band That Played On by Steve Turner. This is about the Titanic's heroic band. Titanic Survivor by Violet Jessup and annotated and edited by John Max Telegram. 1912 Facts About Titanic by Lee W. Meredith. Titanic's Last Secrets by Brad Matson. Titanic Tragedy by John Max Telegram, which I've done a book review on. Titanic Trivia, the first edition of Titanic Destination Disaster by John P. Eaton and Charles A. Haas. A expanded edition of Titanic Destination Disaster, also by Eaton and Haas. Ghost of the Titanic by Charles Pellegrino. A Treasury of Titanic Tales by Webb Garrison. Great book. Great book. The Complete Idiot's Guide to the Titanic. This would be a good one if you're fucking stupid to the subject and you want to learn more. This is a good one to start with. And then Titanic for Dummies. RMS Titanic, a Model Maker's Manual by Peter Davies Gardner. Great book if you're working on a model of the ship. Inside the Titanic by Ken Marshall. Amazing fucking book. James Cameron's Titanic. This is the movie. This is the movie book. Great reference. Titanic Disaster at Sea by Martin Jenkins and Brian Sanders, and this is a 100th anniversary edition of the book. RMS Titanic 75 Years of Legend by David F. Hutchins. Great book. And I threw this one in because it's an Olympic class liner, but see, the RMS Olympic Old Reliable by Simon Mills. This is a book about her sister, Olympic. I threw it in because, well, Titanic's sister. Titanic, The Tragedy That Shook the World. This was printed on the 100th anniversary by Life magazine. Titanic Sinks by Barry Drenenberg. Titanic, The Artifact Exhibit book. Book about the Artifact Exhibit. Titanic, An Illustrated History by Don Lynch and Ken Marshall. Amazing book. One of the top ones you need to get. The Titanic Experience by Bo Rothenberg. Titanic at 2 by Paul J. Quinn. Another masterful book. Titanic by Leo Marriott. It's another great book. I know I keep saying great book and shit, but it's true. They're all fucking great books. Titanic, Legacy of the World's Greatest Ocean Liner by Susan Wells. That's a nice one. The companion book to the movie Ghost of the Abyss by Don Lynch and Ken Marshall with introduction by James Cameron. If you've never seen the movie's fucking great. Anatomy of the Titanic by Tom McCluskey. This is a nice one, guys. Great book. Titanic, which is an eyewitness book by Simon Adams. This is the first edition from 1997. Titanic, The Ship of Dreams. This is a pop-up book. It's nice. On Board the Titanic by Shelley Tanka and paintings by Ken Marshall. Polar, the Titanic Bear by Daisy Corningstone Spedding. Exploring the Titanic by Robert Ballard. a really old, shitty copy of Exploring the Titanic by Robert Ballard. This is actually my first copy, by the way. 882.5 Amazing Answers to Your Questions About the Titanic by Hugh Brewster. Titanic Goes to the Abyss 3D book. Titanic by Thomas E. Bonzell. Titanic by Jim Pipe. Here we go, the first edition of The Discovery of the Titanic by Robert Ballard. As you can see, this is a bigger book. It's a nicer one, too. The Last Days of the Titanic by E.E. O'Donnell. Amazing book. It was known as Father Brown's Titanic album in Ireland. And then I've got the box set Titanic 100 Years Below. This is awesome book. Awesome box set. Heroes of the Titanic. It's a children's book. And I've got several magazines. National Geographic's How We Found Titanic. This is when Bob Ballard found Titanic. A Long Last Look at Titanic when he went exploring the wreck. This one here has the epilogue to the Titanic story. And this one right here, Titanic What Really Happened, is from 2012, the anniversary. And so there you go, guys. That is a fucking quick run through of every book I own on the Titanic. And if you guys enjoyed this video, you know, hit the like button on it. If you have any questions or comments about anything, leave in the comment section below, and I would love to get back with you. And as always, you know, if you're new to the channel and you want to watch more shit I do, hit the subscribe button, hit the damn notification bell, never miss a video. And so until next time, you know, God bless all of you and stay safe and smooth sailing. And just remember, you know, long live the mighty RMS Titanic. So long and thank you.